It's gone. It is damn freaking gone. King's Landing. Just gonna go ahead and give you a little intro here. Just got done watching episode 5, Game of Thrones, season 8. One of the episodes everyone's been kind of waiting for, the Battle of King's Landing. I tell you what, I like this episode better than the last one. That's for sure. I didn't read the spoilers that were out apparently, but apparently the people were mad about the spoilers, and this is what was going to happen. I didn't know going into it, but overall, I liked this episode. Kind of predictable. It pretty much went exactly how I thought it would go. I didn't know exactly how people would die per se, but overall, pretty happy. I saw that the betrayal coming a mile away. If you didn't see that coming, then you haven't been paying attention to the show very long. So spoilers. We kick off right where the last episode ended off. We saw Varys was going to try to overthrow her. He was actually right. Right? So he was the one that was right. Everybody was right about Daenerys. Pretty much she was gonna go nuts. So this is, just so you know, this is spoilers. But Varys gets burned in the beginning of the episode. After that, they basically jump straight in. Jaime got captured. Trying to get back into King's Landing. Then Tyrion goes and lets him out so he could get into Cersei. And then right before the assault's going to happen, assault happens, and then it pretty much goes down exactly how we think. Dragons tearing everything up like it should have did last episode, but it didn't. This is the most effective episode I've ever seen the dragon in. Like, as far as the most effective the dragon's been, the whole probably the entire show, right? Like, they've been kind of like what's the vulnerable or not full potential, but I guess this episode they finally were letting loose with the dragon, so that's good finally. Even though it's under dire circumstances for the good guys, I guess you could say in a way. But assault happens, they break in, dragons tearing everything up, and then they get cut to the chase. The city starts to surrender, and then guess what? Daenerys flips a lid, like we all kind of thought was going to happen. Foreshadowed it in the last episode, and then bam, starts burning the city down. Arya and the Hound are trying to get there to murder Cersei, and he's trying to murder his brother. But then he kind of stops Arya and tells her to get the hell out of there. And then he goes and battles to the death with his brother, which we knew that was coming too. We knew either one of them wasn't coming out of that alive. It's pretty much, I'm pretty happy with this episode, actually. I would have liked to seen different stuff happen, but for where they led us to, I wasn't necessarily happy with the season, like what I wanted to see. But regardless, this episode is probably one of the best. This is better than the the Long Night, the Battle of the Undead Army. I think this is a better episode than that, just because we get to see the dragon really doing a lot more damage. I like that episode was kind of cool too, but they had problems with it. This one wasn't padded as much, so that was good. I think they put all the money into this episode. I think they put more money into this episode than they did that other episode, episode 3. I liked watching the dragon kill everything, so that's one of the forgiving graces for this episode. I like that. Finally get to see the dragon kick some butt. The outcomes, I think, were pretty standard. Varys got burned, but we already knew that was coming. You could see that a mile away coming. You knew Cersei's gonna die, at the end, her and Jaime saves her, but they get into the Dragon Keep, and then they get buried alive. So they might be alive still, but I don't think so. It didn't look like it. Arya got out, was trying to get out of the city while it was getting burned down, and then there's a couple close calls for her, but she made it out. And then, see, no major character. The Golden Company commander, he died, right? He got slaughtered. Who? Not any main characters died other than the Hound's dead, the Mountain's dead, Cersei, Jaime presumably dead. Pretty much they're dead. Golden Company commander, didn't really know. I don't even remember his name. Varys is dead. Yeah, so none of the Starks got killed, right? So that's good. Let's see. Yeah, Dragon didn't die. Daenerys is still alive. So we have one more episode. So we'll see what happens. Jon ain't happy. I'll tell you that in this episode. Basically, all those Tyrion made it out. So Tyrion's alive, right? They all know now they made a mistake trusting her, right? Like there's no anywhere. There's no other way to put it other than she's just as bad as her dad, right, or whatever, the Mad King. So yeah, she's got. So we already know which way this is gonna go. Next episode, they're gonna have either small skirmish, or honestly, I think it's gonna be the remaining armies are gonna go against the Unsullied, the Dothraki, and the Dragon. I think they're all gonna. I think Jon's gonna rally He's probably gonna go to her and be like, "Hey, you suck now. We don't want you as queen. You're not. You burned all those people. You burned the whole. She burned the whole city down. So there's nobody left. I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, it's just people left, but yeah. So we already know the last episode's gonna be a battle between either political. Either way, I think there's going to... I wouldn't speculate that there's going to be a full war, but there might be a mini war where they have to overthrow Daenerys. Yeah, that's the only... that's the only thing I see coming out of that last episode. They've set it up. They've set it up and themselves into a corner with it, right? So she's bad now. I mean, essentially. She's worse than Cersei, right? She's killed more people than Cersei now, right? So she's worse than Cersei ever was. So, yeah. I mean, that's really all I got. I did like this episode. Overall, I don't think it was that bad. Maybe it could. I mean, the outcomes came out. I was just glad. I like Arya. She's one of my favorite characters, so I'm glad she got out alive. And then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna work it. Maybe the speculation. I'm not touching those spoilers, so I don't want to ruin it for me. That are out there apparently on Reddit. But screw that. I don't want to ruin this show for me. So I'm speculating. Are they going to have Jon? I think they're gonna have a dramatic, and Jon's gonna kill her. Daenerys. I think that's what they're gonna do. That they had Arya already kill the Night King, but they could have her put a mask on, right? Faceless men mask, and then kill her. I don't know. We'll see what happens though. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Straight bloodbath. The destruction on this episode is amazing. Okay, maybe you don't like the story or the editing, but you cannot deny that this is a 10 out of 10 as far as destruction goes, and I love that part. So this is probably personally for me, I'll probably get hate for it. I give this a 9 out of 10. There's a couple pacing issues in the episode, but definitely a 9 out of 10. Just the fact that they let the dragon loose finally, and I like that. So all right, stay tuned for the next video. All right.